them come. This is their fate.
All right, all right. Welcome back to the House of Wolves podcast. I'm your host Deontay with my near and dear friends Jalen and Josh. We got more topics, more news, more junk to talk about. Kingdom Hearts, I suppose. Starting with that Super Smash Bros. We just finished watching that like 4 hours ago, man. Yeah, like it was like no, it was a little longer, but it was like 6 hours ago or something like that. But
That was like 8.
Smash, eight, I suppose. But it was an interesting day, I suppose. That's all I can say. It was an interesting day. I'm not the biggest Smash fan, but I know the internet was going crazy when they heard about that one. But we're going to get into that, among other things, whatever we decide to talk about today. But, before we start, as usual, I got to ask you guys. I already kind of know what we going to kind of say, but we still got to know how you guys doing. How's the week? What was the day looking like for you? Let's start there.
Man, they put my boy Sora in the game, man. The day was splendid. The day was goddamn splendid. It was a good goddamn day today. What can I say? I'm like, they finally put the Keyblade Warrior in that. I'm about to be in that like swimwear. But other than that, school fine, everything fine. October 18th, I'm on you. We got Hurricane Blast coming up, Blizzard, Thunder, all that. You name it. All right, that concludes this message.
I suppose, man. How you feeling, John?
Thunder, Blizzard.
We casting all that.
Boy.
These Square Enix boys are in full effect today. Man, go ahead, man. Tell me what you got for me, Josh.
It's same old with me and Jalen. School and work. Midterms.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, I'm healthy, family, happy. I guess we got some games coming up this winter and fall season. Just trying to, get through school so I can actually relax and enjoy some stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Same thing. Ain't been doing much. Playing games, chilling, getting ready to move. That sucks, but it's the usual, every day, all day, same day. Finished the I finished the actual Bloodhound thing technically. It was okay. It's like the little thing that they had, teaser or whatever, for the old ways, Mr. Bloodhunter. And that was pretty cool, but I ain't been doing nothing. I just been chilling, having a good old time at the crib. But yeah, let's just get right into it. I suppose let's get right into that first initial topic. I want to hear you guys' opinion. The long waited, the overtime, it's been, I guess the request been there since I want to say Melee. Was it Melee when they first started trying to ask about that, or was it Brawl?
I think
it was
probably
Melee.
Brawl.
I think Melee was like GameCube, and that wasn't like it wasn't.
That was before.
Yeah, that was before, right?
Well, the GameCube.
I thought it was
Melee came out at the beginning of the GameCube, so yeah, Sora would have been after that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, how is feeling? How is feeling to have Sora? How does it feel to see him flying into the action with that crazy hair? I heard some stuff about you said he wasn't looking right or whatever that case may. Go ahead and explain it to the people, you Square Enix boys.
Man, that boy came in that mug looking real crispy. I'm talking simple and clean. When you walk away, they came in like they going crazy. Man, I'm like, they really putting them in here. I remember like when they had something like in Smash 4, there's some vote on the last character and stuff like that. And Sora ain't win. I'm just looking like, man, I'm in the Smash Bros. Fan page group thingy where they be talking crazy in here. They got Zero in here, all these famous Smash people. Everybody wanted Sora. He still ain't one. I'm like, man, they hating on him. But fast forward a couple years down the line, October, what's today? 5th?
Yeah.
They put my boy in there. I'm like, man, this is crazy. So it's all hunky dory. I was saying something about his hair because his hair changed in Kingdom Hearts, so he looked a little bit older. And how they did Ike, and like in Brawl, or not in Brawl, but they switched Ike and made him like you can switch between his outfits and his hair change, and he get buffer and like older or something like that. So I was like, they could have did that for Sora, but they got Sora from like different time periods. So they got like the Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2, Dream Drop, and Kingdom Hearts 3. So between Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3, he looked different slightly, but I mean, I don't know if people would notice that, but they just got his original like Kingdom Hearts 1 the way he looked in that one. So I mean, it's cool though. Like, I ain't tripping. Like, it just been cooler to have, Sora and Kingdom Hearts 2, because that was the baddest one right there. That boy used to go dumb. They got his little thing, his reaction command when he grabbed Barcine, and his back throw is when he grabbed Barcine and throw her into a clone or whatever. I'm like, man, they doing all the right things in this game, and it's a good goddamn game right now.
This like, man, all they need to do is throw in some Square Enix crap, and this guy go crazy. But I get it. I get it.
No, put Sora, not Square Enix, Sora. Because they put Sephiroth.
Yeah, I mean, I like Cloud. I like Sephiroth, but I feel like for Smash, Sora is probably the character that should have been in there first.
Yeah. I think they were just wait. I think they couldn't clear something, or I don't know. But
yeah, the thing is, they was always saying it got something to do with Disney, and like Disney ain't letting it go, and they were saying the same thing with like Kingdom Hearts 3. Like Disney was like super strict about what they could do in the game. That's why it came out the way it did. But I mean, your boy got around it, Jalen.
They brought him in there. I'm like, this boy working, man. He got his Hurricane Blast. They could have gave him like some like Stop Gun or something like that. But I'm like, it's cool though. It's cool. He got Blizzard, Fire, Thunder. He got his little counter and stuff like that. I'm like, man, and his dash, he be gliding too. I'm like, man. I'm like, boy, they should have never put him in this. I'm like, man. No, I can't wait to play with him, bro.
Tell me about that non-Meteor Smash, man.
Man, he ain't got no Meteor Smash, but they put my boy in the game, so that's all that matters. And he got hang time for days. You know, them girls be throwing their hair. That boy got hang time. Sora got hang time too.
They were saying his counter seemed like it's overpowered. Why is that?
I don't know why they said that. Like, I mean, he can reflect stuff. It don't go back. I guess it's cool that he reflected and it can hit people behind him. Mm-hmm. I don't really know the application of that. Like, it's not going to be effective in like one-on-ones. His counter don't put a full guard around him. Like most counters, the stronger they hit, the more you pay back, like the payback damage. I mean, I guess he got like reach and stuff, and then he can move pretty quickly. Like after using the counter, I think he don't got that much end lag with it. And then I think the thing said like you get stunned. But some counters you automatically get stunned anyway, so I didn't really know what they were going for in there. I have to look more into it and see how it actually like plays out in the game, because I was at work, looking at it, and I ain't supposed to be doing that. But I'm over here trying to read the subtitles, like, man, what's going on? Man? I gotta see my boy in action, dog. So,
okay, well, yeah, I was trying to see like, because I know they were saying something about the counter, and they felt like he had too much, range attacks with his fire and the thunder or whatever.
Oh yeah, his magic.
Yeah, his thunder is go crazy. Nice. That's what they said. Because of the hits and like how it kind of it's like a big area effect when you like off the map or off the board. So I don't know.
Well, when he in the area, it doesn't go as far. They say if you get hit by the first one, you'll get hit by the subsequent too. His magic don't look like it's that strong. Like his fire don't look like it got any type of knockback that'll kill you. And then his blizzard won't kill you. Thunder, it look like it can kill you. but it don't look like it's gonna kill that. It's gonna have to kill at like high damages. But it seemed like he can really be out in the air and like
Seemed
that
like he
boy
got a
Air
lot of
Warrior.
crowd control. That's what it seemed like, at least. Seemed like
Yeah, I
he's
mean,
able to control the crowd a little bit better than most because of his thunder and his fire ability, because it's pretty quick. That's what it looks
yeah,
like.
and it like switches up and stuff like that too. So
Mhm.
you can't just spam fire. You can to some capacity, but if you let it cool down, it's gonna switch to I forgot if it's Blizzard or Thunder, but
Yeah,
Thunder seemed pretty effective because it puts up like a wall essentially that you can't
yeah,
get
you can't
past.
get past. You got to jump over,
Hmm
and then his fire kind of had the ability to manipulate jumping and stuff. So he seemed like a pretty good character. I just, you know how I feel about Smash, but I feel like he would be an interesting character to play with. Yeah, so that was pretty much one of the bigger, things that kind of occurred recently. It was just Sora. This is the last one, which is very interesting. I don't know what they're gonna do next with Smash. What do y'all see coming next after Smash? I guess after Ultimate is wrapped.
I don't know. You gotta exhaust some of his boys. You said he got arthritis.
I
Man,
mean, I
I
don't
don't see
know
them not doing
if
nothing
they're
else
gonna
with
do
it.
anything with. I think they might be done with Ultimate, yeah, but there's definitely gonna be another Smash game eventually in the future.
Hmm.
I just don't know if it's gonna have the same like Sakurai and the same people making it, because it seems like, or I don't know, it might seem like he wants to be done with it, but Nintendo would continue Smash. It's gonna be a couple years before we even hear anything about that.
Well, he made the final form for y'all at least. He got like, I saw him. He has like 1,200 songs. I said, God dang, God dog, God dog. I said, well, you got so much stuff in this
Yeah,
game.
got those Kingdom Hearts songs in there now.
Yeah.
No Disney songs. You know Disney one going.
They said they don't got the
Mm-hmm.
sound. They don't got do they got the lyrics though, or do they just got the hums, like cause, or whatever you call them? But cause they said they didn't want to disrupt like the original
They
song.
didn't want to use the no, they didn't want to use the individual world song. So if you go to Mulan and they have a Kingdom Hearts song from that world,
Oh,
they didn't include that one, but they included the music from the original locations.
oh, okay, okay. Well, I mean that was pretty cool. I appreciate Nintendo for letting my man let his arm heal, or his hand. Finally, he been playing too much Smash, man. Uh, and I'm pretty sure he happy he done for a little bit at least. Uh, but no, it was pretty cool. I was. I'm not excited for it, obviously, but it's more about just a collection. It felt like that game is now worth well more than $60, but you gotta pay for the DLC. You gotta pay for all that. I don't know if it's worth that, but I think it's well worth 60 at this point, which is a great and just great in to be in that catalog from Nintendo, because most of their games I don't feel like they deserve it, but that game definitely feels like it deserves 60 if you were to get everything. But we'll see if they come out with an ultimate edition or whatever down the line where it's 60 bones, or they just keep getting people to buy the characters. Whatever it may be. It seems like they're going to have some more longevity out of it. I'm looking at it from the business aspect. But any last words? Any last things y'all want to say about that Sora? Any friend codes y'all want to drop for the boys? In case they want to run up or something. I don't know. Whatever the case may be,
Man, I'm still trying to figure out why Nintendo even use Francos.
bro. Because they geniuses, man. That's a good way to get people not any trolls to get on there. They're like, man, I ain't finna be trying to find no friend codes to troll somebody. It's gonna keep the trolls away. It's a great mechanism. Uh, but I don't know why
Yeah.
they use some things. Some things stupid. Uh, but yeah. I think the next thing I kind of really wanted to talk about outside of that was the Halo event. I know Josh, you can probably give us a little bit more information on the the big team battles because unfortunately I wasn't able to play them. How Halo looking for you? Be honest.
Um, I mean, honestly, I feel like it's feels solid. Like, of course, there's gonna be balance things that we're waiting to see if they can actually work on and fix it. But the game itself is it's fun. Like, I enjoy playing it. The maps that I played on at least are they're decent. Um, and I feel like I enjoy all the power ups and the new weapons. And really, I just want the game to come out so I can actually play with that stuff more. Um, yeah. Um, I don't have anything really negative other than like, it was a short beta and you don't really get the full experience. But I feel like it'll be a decent free to play FPS when it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we'll see how successful it is with like the public, but for me, it's definitely like I recommend it to anybody interested in it.
Gotcha. Okay, and in regard to like your favorite thing in the beta that you recently, which that you recently got it able to touch on and get hands on with, what was that?
So they had two betas in the last 2 weeks. The first one me and you played, that was it was just like live multiplayer, 4-on-4 multiplayer on a couple maps. They were all old maps, but it felt pretty good. Trying out the weapons and the new equipment against real players. The time to kill, I think you said it is a little long, but that's normal for Halo, since you got like recharging shields.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, it still felt very fluid. 4v4 maps fights were, even though 4v4 is not the game mode I prefer because I feel like it can easily get lopsided. It was still pretty fun, and the matches didn't last too long. It didn't feel like it was wasting time.
So
The
pacing,
second,
or I
yeah,
guess
pacing of the
pacing is
map
it?
of the
Okay,
match, yeah.
gotcha.
Because some games like you playing Destiny or Iron Banner, and it's like, oh, now we losing, and we just gonna be losing for the next 5 minutes,
Yeah.
unless your team can get together. But usually people start quitting at that point.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
I think and just to say something right there, I would agree that pacing was really pretty good in there. It felt like I was always able to come back in a fight. Like it was always neck to neck for some reason. I'm not sure if it's like designed in that manner where you're trading a lot, or if it's more so just basically, um, skill right now as you build skill because sometimes you just don't get blown out. I have never been blown out in that game, so I think you're right when you say the pacing is good, but I don't want that to be to the sacrifice of hero moments. Talk to me a little bit about your hero moments or stuff that you saw. I was like, dang, I just pulled that off. That's crazy.
yeah, it was a couple that I actually tried to record, but I always mess up. Like I hit the button and take a screenshot. Oh, and now you lost the video.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but it's mainly stuff with like the grapple hook and the reflector. Those are the biggest two additions to the game. The
Okay.
other equipment, they're okay. You turn invisible or you put down a little bubble shield. But the grapple hook number one is probably the best addition because
Yeah.
it's just like Pathfinder, where you aim it up in the towards a wall and it pulls you forward, but you have some sort of control over it, so you can like swing around corners and stuff like that. So that gets you a lot of momentum to get in a fight or get out of a fight. And since everybody moves pretty slow in Halo, that gives you like a big advantage to like get around the map.
Mm-hmm.
And also it interacts with like physics, so like you can grab weapons off the ground or you can grab other players and pull yourself towards them. So it's a lot of stuff you can do with that. And like when I was playing the big team battle and they had the vehicles, like somebody would be in the ghost, driving around and shooting at you. And whenever you get close to them, they'll speed off so you don't like steal the car from them. But with the grapple hook, you can just grapple onto them and then kick them out of the car and then take it from them. And like
Uh,
it gives you a lot of opportunities to change the tide of the fight, or make a comeback. And then the reflector is probably that's probably the one I'm most excited for, but it's like you really got to test it out to know what it can do.
uh-huh.
So it's mainly like you press it and it's kind of like a little parry, and it'll knock back whatever comes at you. So if somebody shoot a rocket at you, you'll parry it and it'll shoot it right back at them. Or they throw
Mm.
grenades, you can bounce them back. But some cool stuff you could do with it, like I said, sticky grenades, it'll go right back to the person, so they'll stick themselves. But you can use it as like extra jump. So like if you hop off the ground a little bit and then point it down and then use the reflector, it'll shoot you like 20 feet in the air. Um,
What? That's interesting.
I'm trying to think of a game that, like, well, maybe Jalen know it. Like, when you playing Overwatch with Ash, and
You
she got
shoot
her
at the
little
ground.
her little shotgun. Yeah, she can shoot it at the ground or she can push people back. It doesn't really do any damage, but you can control them. They're trying to melee you, or they shoot at you, and then when you shoot them back, their aim goes off, so they're missing shots now. That gives you the chance to, maybe get a headshot or something and finish them off. So that's
Yeah,
probably my new favorite equipment. It's kind of like what you would have with like armor lock, where this is your defensive ability, but it's not like it doesn't lock you to the ground. You can just run up to somebody and push them back, or go flip over a car. Uh, yeah, so that's cool. All the equipment.
Okay.
Otherwise, the vehicles are the same so far. The Banshee, the Ghost, and the Warthog. The map that was for Big Team Battle wasn't actually too big. I think it was 8-on-8. It might have been a little more. I didn't because it's hard to see who's all in the game since with so many people. But I feel like it was 8-on-8. But every match it was pretty close. Like you'll win by like 5 kills, or if you're playing capture the flag, maybe you win by 1 point or something like that. So it felt pretty well balanced.
Okay. What's your what was your favorite I guess with Halo and so much competition coming out, like there's Splitgate, there's Halo, there's Destiny, there is Apex, there's Battlefield, there's Call of Duty. What are what are some of the things y'all look for now from from a perspective of like the gameplay, like before when I was just playing games when I was a child or like when I was younger, I just played games based off of like instant uh gratification, or like the constant a constant flow of excitement. I still find myself looking for that same thing. But what other things now, or maybe even just starting there from the basis of what do you used to look for, and what do you find yourself enjoying or looking for now when it comes to shooters? And this is just first person shooters for now. We could talk about something else later, but right now I just want to know perspective previous to now shooters. Go. Um, let's go with Jalen first.
uh, first person shooters. What I'm looking for. Uh, I don't know, man. That's a hard topic for me because I don't. I think the biggest thing I'm looking for is like I guess just like a fluid game that has
Mm-hmm.
some sort of that doesn't feel, I guess, just like a Call of Duty, I guess. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Call of Duty cool. I feel like it ain't as much. I guess maybe some game that might have a little bit of like, I don't want to say longer to kill time, but it might have some like sort of depth, like team play that's involved. And I feel like
Mm.
this might sound a little complicated, but like with Apex, you don't die as fast. which isn't necessarily a good thing, but but because of that, you can try to formulate something and try to expedite the process with your team. So like, if I'm fighting somebody, I can have y'all run around the corner real quick and come pop them too. Versus in Call of Duty, it's just kind of like point and shoot. Whoever see each other first wins, unless you can like headshots and stuff like that. So I feel like basically what I'm trying to say is if it got like some sort of like team component that your team
Team.
can be like utilized versus like in Call of Duty, it's like a lone wolf game if that makes sense.
Yeah, so
Um,
there's like three main concepts. There's team shooters, arena shooters, and then there's like Call of Duty. And it kind of made its own. It's like it's kind of like arena, but faster. So it's like Twitch gameplay, but it's not arena because Halo is like legit arena type. I don't know what that falls into anymore, to be honest. It's kind of like this blend, but out of those three categories, what's that blend that you usually look for?
you said arena,
It's
lone
like
wolf like Call of Duty, and then like team.
team, yeah, like Overwatch.
I probably say team because it incorporates like other people and stuff like that. I feel like I'm kind of over the phase. I'm just point and shooting. I mean, of course, that's like the core concept of the game and stuff like that. But I think it's interesting when you can do different things. Like I liked Overwatch because I was playing. I couldn't kill somebody super fast with Ash, but like if a Mercy want to boost me up, or if I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
go run behind the Reinhardt to shoot, like I liked that those different things that added variables into the game versus Call of Duty. You just shoot people, kill streaks. Kill streaks usually kill people, and that's all it is to it. Like it ain't really no abilities or any other variables that come into the game. So, and so with the team aspect, that comes into play with like I said before, I mentioned several times, like I don't like playing a game as much by myself. I prefer to play the game with my friends because it's like an opportunity to fellowship, especially with y'all living, miles and miles away. This like the only time that we can really like really like fellowship, like play the game, like not trying to sound like corny or cliche, but like the bond, you know what I'm saying? Like maintain our
Yeah,
relationship or whatever. So um having those team incorporating aspects make it more interesting because we like working together and stuff like that. They do get a little irritating, be like we be talking about somebody, but hey, hold on, we in a fight, you know what I mean? Like we gotta tune into the fight and stuff like that. But I mean it's cool though. Like it's something that's engaging versus us mindlessly running around playing Call of Duty.
agreed, agreed. Um, okay. What about you, Josh? What kind of I guess I'll spin it so because I don't know if you, I mean first you can answer that question and then the next thing I want to just kind of ask on top of that is out of those current games like coming up, what's one more most excited about or something that we already are playing versus like shooter wise?
You mean like what shooters I'm looking forward
Well,
to?
looking forward to, but first answer the question about what you want, what you have enjoyed in the past, and what you like
Um,
now.
I say I look for a couple things just because like I've been playing, we all been playing shooters for a long time, and so like there are like super specific preferences I have now. But the main thing is like I look for a game that we can play together. Uh, but those games are usually not the ones that I actually enjoy the most. Like when I was playing Overwatch, like I liked Overwatch a lot. It was fun. I was into the mechanics and competitive play, but that wasn't your type of game. And then same thing with like, me and you like Titanfall, but Jalen didn't really like Titanfall. So I would say I at least look for two things: a game that is just like not casual, but it's easy to jump in with y'all, like with friends, just do stuff, hang out. Hopefully, it has some like long term rewards. So if we play that game every day, I can, get something out of it. Versus
Right,
like Call of Duty, like even though you can like have all types of skins and stuff in Call of Duty never feels like it changes. Like every match is the same and like that's good for if you just want like straight up competitive play, but like I got tired of that, especially since it comes out every year. So like every match is the same, run around the corner, somebody shoot me, I run around the corner, I kill somebody. Like it's too repetitive. But
Right.
a game like Apex, I feel like even though we're playing the same match, I guess that's what the genre is good for. It's just so much randomness throughout the game that every match feels new or unique. And I get that out of Overwatch and Halo sometimes, just because those games are designed differently to like give you more room to move around the
Orchestrated.
map, or yeah, use certain types of weapons, or you know, you can't get your desired loadout right now, so you gotta learn how to play differently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
forces you to kind of play with everybody and kind of get out of your comfort zone and makes unique experiences. Like when I picked up the rocket launcher and blew myself up, I was like, okay, next time I won't be doing that. But then it's kind of like yeah. So it kind of pushes you out that comfort zone and helps you try to start to use everything in your arsenal, especially when it comes to you're all out of ammo and you can't really find nothing else, so you got to use these things that's around the map. So I agree in that aspect too. It's just and I agree with both of y'all in regards to what we look for now. I look for something that I can play with y'all, and I look for something that's going to actually entertain me and it's not going to be mindless. I literally have stopped looking for stuff that involves first person shooters and it involves CPU enemies. It just doesn't work for us anymore. I wish it did, but it just doesn't work for us anymore. It's got to be a human behind that person we killing because it just doesn't matter in that aspect.
It's gonna put Jalen to sleep.
It's gonna put us to sleep pretty much. Is what I try to avoid. Uh, I
And I ain't
mean,
trying to shoot them. What is a NPC? Not NPCs, but them AIs on Destiny and stuff. I'm like, all right, bro.
yeah,
I shot you with 10
especially
magazines.
when they incorporated the Taken, he was so tired of them splitting. He said, "Man, what is this?"
Man, they
That
just
was
doing too
every
much.
freaking mission. Man, what is this? I don't understand why they split. Now I gotta fight two thrall because they just split to four thrall.
I'm, I'm
Man, I
like,
don't
oh,
know what to
goody.
tell you.
Now I got to reload more times. I'm tired of reloading in this game. You know how much I use the square button? I use the square button more than I use the jump button in the game.
Oh my god.
Reload, reload, reload. And then you want to get up next to the dudes and they just want to ground pound the game and push you away.
Oh
I'm
my
like, man, I
god.
ain't got time for this, bro.
So I stopped looking for games that incorporates any type of AI. I'm probably still gonna play Titanfall when they come out. I know they do sometimes they do like the AI stuff to like, but it's got the includes the human individuals as well. I really think the Titanfall would be a good mix, but I understand not liking all of the movement mechanics. But I mean,
Maybe.
yeah,
I mean, if it was a Titanfall 3, um, like Jalen has played enough Apex to like be used to it. It's just you do got to learn how to like grapple hook and stuff while you fighting. Like it
yeah,
is a learning curve, but like after playing Apex, like you used to everything that's in Titanfall.
yeah. He'll probably be
Yeah.
used to seeing them fighting against it, but not using it because he only played with one character, which is sad.
My,
But,
my thing about what the, man, Lifeline the coldest one. Come and get your Lifeline package. Nah, just fine. But, not I think another reason, like we had mentioned, like Josh said, Call of Duty repetitive. The reason Apex is different is because like part of the reason is that you're going against you got like different players and stuff or different characters and stuff like that. Same thing with Overwatch is different characters you're going against. So it's not like we are just cookie cutter builds or not cookie
Titans
cutter
or
builds, but we are
pilots.
yeah, we are just we are the same skeleton or whatever. And you know, we just do different things. Even Destiny incorporated that to some capacity. You got the Titans and the Hunters and Warlocks, but they got subcategories in which they fall in. So you can kind of know what they expect. You be like, all right, well, I seen this dude throw this little thermite grenade, blah, blah, blah. It's a chance that he could be a what they call them, the blade barrage. So you kind of pay attention to those different variables in the game versus Call of Duty. Like, oh yeah, this dude just like to run around with a Mac 10 or whatever. All right, he got a kill streak. Like you it ain't nothing that you gon' he just another body walking. So that's the thing about Titanfall. Basically, what I'm saying is like, I don't know how Titanfall really plays, but I don't know if they got like character classes and stuff like that because I ain't played Titanfall 2 since 2016 when it came out. But it just wasn't. I feel like I was playing a agile Call of Duty to some capacity, not trying to
Yeah,
degrade the game or anything.
the emphasis is on movement and Titan. You care less about the being in a Titan, and you care less about understanding how that movement worked and how fast you can get around the map. So it wasn't like really anything that would grasp, grab you, to that game. And that's where I was like, I don't know if Titanfall 3 will even grab you because it's going to still be more about the movement and how you move around the map and also how, because that's where the game gets in depth, where you kind of what Titan you use and how you're using them, if you're using them in the best ways, if you're calling them at the right times, and if you're moving around the map in a good way so that you're always engaging in a fight. Because those maps are tend to be huge, and if you're not able to get around quickly, it just feels like you're just running around all the time and getting stomped by a Titan. So it just
Yeah.
didn't feel enjoyable, and it wasn't enjoyable for that reason. But go ahead, Josh.
No, I would say like it does have a lot of similarities with Call of Duty, like Black Ops
Yeah,
2 or Modern Warfare, because it does come from that same like origin. They're siblings basically.
yeah,
So pilot gameplay at its core is the same. Like the guns feel similar, grenades, stuff like that. But Titanfall had always so many different things in the match that it would never feel repetitive because there's
yeah.
just so many different variables. Like it's a character that's like Octane and they can boost super fast, or they can is a grapple character, or
Because
a
yeah,
character that go invisible, or
mm-hmm,
they got the Mirage thing, or they put up little shields so you can't shoot through the shield and stuff like that. So like
correct.
all the character classes were different. Plus on top of that, it was like six different Titans and they all had different abilities. And then finally, when you put the movement on top of that, like in Call of Duty, you barely chase anybody. Like y'all see each other, you shoot at each other. If they get away, maybe you got to throw a grenade over a wall or something and kill them. But you rarely chase people. But like in Titanfall, you'll see somebody and you start shooting at them, and they'll run up a wall and they'll grapple around the corner, and you're like literally chasing them and shooting in the air. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
you've been chasing this person for 30 seconds, not because the time to kill is high, because the time to kill is actually super short, but you just got to get good at catching these people and killing them.
Yeah,
It's kind of like when fighting the Pathfinder or Horizon, and they jump over the building, and you like I'm gonna take the zip line up. That kind of sucks in Apex because not everybody can chase those
do it.
characters.
Yeah,
But in Titanfall, everybody can move like Horizon, so it made the battles more interesting.
yeah. It was just a lot more of
Yeah,
that, those
but I will
layers.
say something I didn't like is like the game modes. Like they're just basic Call of Duty game modes, like domination, team deathmatch, stuff like that.
Bank heist. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So when they had more interesting game modes, then it'll feel like less repetitive. But the game itself was good. Ooh, that it was like refreshing. It didn't feel like Call of Duty.
No, I didn't. But uh, so I understand where everyone kind of stands now with the kind of like what motivates to continue to play and things like that. And I'm in agreement with like all of that because that's where I'm at, where what motivates, and because I think as we continue to play with each other, we obviously some of the stuff going align because that's what we enjoy to play together. When we kind of go separate ways and apart, that's different. But when most of the time when we're together, we're playing games that kind of incorporates way more than just this. Because if somebody wants to take it to the max and get better at certain things, they can. And if they don't want to, and they just want to do certain things, it's like the ability to have an option versus everybody has to kind of play the same way because that is not what we enjoy. We prefer to have games that gives us the ability to play differently. So uh, I think when we were talking about it, because we were initially talking about Halo, that is where my gripe lands for Halo. I just don't feel like I play differently. I can play better. I can get better at the game, but there is nothing that tells me, that indicates to me that I am playing differently from the next guy. The next guy is doing the same things I'm doing, but he's just doing it better. That guy is he's incorporating things in a different way that may feel, make him feel or seem a little bit better, but really we're both going down the same corridors, we're both trying to use the same weapons, and we're both trying to grab the same power-ups. I think Big Team Battle, I should have played it, honestly. Would probably make me feel a little bit different. Obviously Arena Slayer is just way too close to Call of Duty for me at this point in my gaming career. It's just too close. It's too samey. So I should have played Big Team Battle. I probably would have had a change of heart. I probably would have been like, yeah, this I could play this multiple times, because those are dynamic fights, and I'm hearing from you. What I'm hearing is that they were dynamic. They felt different every time you played. It seemed like from the people I was watching play, or so like the YouTube videos that I watched after the stuff was over, was that they had a abundance of things. They had you could go into these little, hold down these forts, and then they open up to give you power ups and stuff. So what it seemed like is that they were trying to incorporate some dynamic to it that's not going to be the same every time. So that's what I saw. I'm hoping and expecting when I actually, because I'm still gonna play the full game. I'm definitely gonna play. I got Game Pass, so there's no point in me not playing it. So I'm gonna play that and see how I enjoy big team battles. And but what's good about this Halo? I'm not trying to bash Halo, because I'm not. That's not what I'm doing. But I'm just pointing out what I see and what I enjoy, and that's why we talked about it. But the the overall gameplay is solid. It's not boring to play. It doesn't feel like I'm slow. It doesn't feel like I'm fast. It feels like I'm just right. It feels like, okay, if I can get behind this corner, I'll survive. The grenades aren't coming at me with abundance. They're not as fast. They're able to get away from them. The physics on them, they a little but they could get a little better for a little bit more accuracy. But I understand that that's how they kind of loosely was played with before. But I think from what I played, gameplay wise, it's solid. That means that the core mechanics, the guns, the sounds, the movement, the design of the levels, they all seem like they have they have a actual formula that's going to work for them in that regard. I'm just expecting when I play the expanded versions, or if they had a battle royale, which they said they don't, so that's unfortunate. But if they did, that would be along the lines of what I'll play a lot more often. Which I guess how I know you. I don't think we talked about it before, Josh. But do you feel like battle royales have helped or hurt the and same thing for you, Jalen? Do you feel like they helped or hurt the creativity of shooters?
Um, I think that battle royales are cool for the genre overall. I think that there probably still needs to be a lot more experimentation, but I feel like with Apex and stuff being around so much, that nobody wants to take any risks and like do something different. But for like Halo, what I was saying is that Halo feels good, feels like a very good Halo game, and I enjoy it. But
Mm-hmm.
I've also liked all the Halo games, and anybody who doesn't like Halo, like they prefer Fortnite or Warzone or whatever, this is probably not going to convince them because, like you said, the gameplay is very different. Like it's about shields. It's not about well, it's about regenerating shields. It's not about, picking up items or stuff like that. So I don't know what they're gonna do or how successful it's gonna be, but I feel like like you said, the gameplay is good. And if they had a battle royale, I feel like this gameplay system would feel good in it. Um,
So it'll translate
but
well for you.
yeah, it would. They got good maps. They already got like a random weapon system and all type of stuff. So I don't know. I mean, I do think that not every game needs it to be a battle royale, but I feel like Halo, there's no reason not to do it. They got the money, so
Yeah, I feel like it means more to know that you only got one life to live. What do you think, Jalen?
Uh, like, what's your question? Like
Well,
about
my
Halo
question
being a battle
is,
royale, or just a battle?
creativity wise, how do you feel about the impact of battle royales, and do you feel like it was a good impact? And then my other
Um,
question right after that was the
Hold on,
um,
hold your horses, now hold your horses. Not just playing, not playing.
no, go ahead, and then
Uh,
I ask the next one.
I think honestly, I think battle royale. So like, I feel like let me just start from the top. Like, I feel like games just like changing overall. Just the way we look at them, the way they played, and stuff like that. So with that being said, I'm always erring on the side that Halo was good for its time, but I felt like Halo to be Halo means to be like in the past to some capacity. And I don't know how Halo can evolve. I kind of talked to Josh a little bit about this in New York, but I was just kind of like, I don't know how Halo can evolve while maintaining its roots because of the way the game is played. When Halo was at its prime, which is like Halo 2, Halo 3, the game was played a certain way and the game had things that we look at now as dated. So with that being said, taking that same point, like how things is changing, I think Battle Royale, I think it did justice to some capacity. And I'm not like a huge gamer and stuff like this, so I can't vouch for everybody. But I think Battle Royale, it showed how you can I'm trying to think. Let me think of the battle royales because really one I played was like Apex. I mean Warzone.
Played
Um,
Fortnite. You've played PUBG. You play a decent amount of them.
yeah, I mean, but the biggest one that's sticking to me is Apex, and I think the best thing I like about the battle royale is how fast and how much, like you said, it means a lot to have one life. How fast you get into the game, how easy they are to get into, and winning in the battle royale means a lot more than winning any match in Call of Duty or any, you know what I mean?
No,
That
yeah, I agree there.
so that adds another level of competitiveness. For people even like me that's not that competitive in the game. Because in Destiny, I ain't never really care about winning like that or any of them games. There was people. I remember one dude was arguing with me talking about, well, your KD might be high, but look at your win-loss ratio. I'm like, I ain't never care about the wins, bro. I mean, you get a match bonus. I don't care about leveling up and stuff like that because, you're just going to prestige and stuff like that. All I cared about was my performance in the game, which Battle Royale can provide, and yeah, I mean, just my performance in the game. But Battle Royale, our performance, you like, yeah, bro, I went crazy. I dropped 13 kills, something. 13 kills is a lot versus, dropping 13 kills in like a team deathmatch. That one life means a whole lot more. And then, even though you might only win 2% of the time or something like that, that win make you feel good. You like, man, I did that, man. They can't hang with me. What you mean? Like, talk to these cats, bro. That's how you be feeling when you win, even though you lost 20 times in a row. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that feeling of reward is great, and I think that's my favorite thing about Battle Royale is I feel like my performance mean a lot. Even if I only drop a couple kills and get a couple revives and stuff like that, I feel like it's more team based. My performance means a lot. Picking up your boys and all that type of stuff. The damage you drop, all the stats matter in there. and then the win that you get feels rewarding.
So did
So,
that come with the refinement of Apex? Because I didn't feel that way in Pub. I didn't feel that way in Fortnite. I only felt that way in Apex, where it centered the team based for me. Because PUBG was a 1v, you won against everybody, and then Apex come along and it's 3 versus everybody.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So that's where it
That's
kind of did that refinement and that change in battle royale help you? Because at first I was like, I'm done with battle royales. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't interested. It wasn't fun. It felt too slow, and it felt like he was a one man army in that kind of deal. And then that's when Apex dropped, and then Warzone dropped, and then you have team of fours going into a match, and you had teams of battle royale versus actual just 1v1s. You know what I'm saying? So those layers came later after the battle royale was first introduced, and battle royale seemed to start to hit a peak for me. But then Fortnite went crazy, and it was always going to be going crazy because it got the kid group. But and then something else came where that extra layer where battle royale became my favorite team sport or my favorite team game over Destiny is because Trials went away. It was 3v3s. Trials went away. Apex came out, and it was all 3. I remember doing a video about it. I said, "This is the new Trials," because simply it incorporated everything I enjoyed about Trials, and it also gave me a battle royale format. So, did those refinements really start to shape battle royale as the favorite, or is it really just because I guess I'm trying to get to understand the concept of why we enjoy Apex more, but also why
it's the team aspect. Like I had mentioned in the previous question you had mentioned, it's the team aspect. Like, of course you can play battle royale by yourself and stuff like that and feel some type of way, but it's more rewarding when you and your boys working together. You know
how
what I'm
often
saying?
do you play battle royale by yourself?
Never.
How often do you play battle royale by yourself, Josh?
Never. Yeah, I don't even like playing duo.
Gotcha. So interesting. That's interesting because I guess I guess the that brings that makes it more clear about, like I said, that's the whole thing about we were talking about for the entire episode really is what do we enjoy in gaming and what do we kind of tend to grab or what tends to stick out to us. And when we talked about battle royale and you saying why Apex sticks out to you so much, okay, that makes sense because simply they took something, refined it. So why not now allow Halo to do some of that refinement? Because not saying that battle royale is a bad thing. I'm saying that they don't have to do it like a battle royale because Apex, like I said, that's why I love Respawn. It's my favorite company, regardless of what people think. It's still my favorite company because they innovative. Everything they do is innovation to me. Versus everybody else kind of sticks to the normality and they just try to make some small tweak. I think Apex breaks it every time and they kind of make it where this is new now. And then, I think 343 has had plenty of time to kind of do the same thing. Battlefield. It's a lot on the line for Battlefield right now. I just don't see Battlefield grabbing more than their core gameplay base. And it's the same thing that kind of goes what Josh was going back to about Halo and my ideologies or my ideas and my thoughts about the whole Halo Infinite, because I can enjoy that space, but I want that innovation to come and I want it to come in this format, and I wanted to see what you can do with this format, and that's where I kind of pose the question: do you feel like it's breaking people's creativity? But from what I'm hearing, I don't think that's what we think. I think we more so think there's a way to innovate on that type of genre, and if you can innovate and bring that in, because as Josh went back to, they have all the tools, they have the money, they probably can make it better. A battle royale that's better, a battle royale that's fun, battle royale that even beats Apex, and that's kind of what I want to see from everybody right now. It's just kind of reinventing the wheel in a good way. I think
Mm-hmm.
Splitgate is doing a better job than Halo Infinite right now in Arena. And that's my honest opinion. I feel like Splitgate is the better game just because it has more to it. The guns feel better, and it's doing Arena in a different way than most. It's got the portals, it has the fundamentals, and it also has the movement. So I can agree that Halo did it first, but are they doing enough to make me want to continue playing it? Like if this Halo was Splitgate, I don't know. Everybody would hate it, but I wouldn't. I would probably play it the most because simply having the nostalgic part of Halo, including the new stuff, would probably be fun to me. I'm not saying I want Splitgate to be Halo because that's not what I'm saying. I just want Halo to have a reinvention that Splitgate has done to the arena shooter.
Uh, yeah. I mean, I think Splitgate is a full game. I don't see it. They're both arena games, but like Doom 2016 was also an arena shooter. I think Halo is different enough that it has its own things going for it, like the vehicles and the large teams and stuff like that. And it at its core, it's not really I would say Twitch shooter, which Splitgate is a Twitch shooter.
You think
So as
so?
long
I don't know.
yeah, you it's one hit headshots. There is no one hit headshot in Halo unless you sniping.
Well, I'm saying that that's because they know what the fundament. They know
Yeah, it's
they
just a Twitch
pulled the.
shooter. Like you can snipe somebody through a portal and get a one hit kill.
Yeah, but you gotta have the right weapon. You can't. You don't.
No, all the guns are like one or two hits. There are no like
No, I don't think so. They
the
not
modes
as
that we was playing.
long. Not the long. Not they not. They definitely not as long as time to kill as Halo. But you have a shield, right or wrong,
I
that
don't remember a
regenerate.
shield. Honestly, I thought there was no shields because like I was killing
You have a
people with
shield and you
literally
have.
two hits to the head and they're dead.
You have a shield and it regenerates. You regenerate health. That's why I consider it not to be so. I mean, obviously, I mean Call of Duty do the same thing, but you just get health and it's very small. But Splitgate, yeah, you're right in that regards. Splitgate probably has less of the ability to kind of create or Splitgate has less tactic and more, outplaying them gunplay style and gun skill wise.
Yeah,
But I would get, because you'll get more triple downs or whatever the case may be than you would in the Halo. Halo, you really have to be thoughtful about your movement, where your placement, and who you're shooting at, and making sure nobody's coming around the corner. Versus Splitgate, you probably could kill somebody, turn around and kill the person that's shooting at you, and if you just outmaneuver them because they have movement, they have that movement gameplay too. So I agree
yeah.
there. I agree there.
Yes,
Uh,
but Halo like got popular with like two and three because of its sandbox. Like it's a bigger map with like these different elements on the map, like a car and rocket launcher and stuff like that. So if Halo took that same sandbox thing that people loved it for and put it into a battle royale, I was just saying that it would work.
mhm,
If they, were innovative. But I think, honestly, I think Respawn is the exception.
not the
Whereas
rule.
like all the other battle royales, like kind of suck. Honestly, like Fortnite has its money and it has its own thing going on, but other battle royales that come out, they pretty much just die like Hyperscape because you have to keep it super simple, like
Yeah.
the all the things going on, as well as make the gameplay still interesting. Whereas like Respawn, they're willing to take risks, like all these characters got special abilities and stuff like that. Whereas every other battle royale, everybody is just like James was saying, a cookie cutter character, the default Fortnite character, and you scavenge on the map. Whereas like Apex, everybody has somebody unique. So I think there could be more innovation. So it would have been nice to see 343 say, here's our version of Battle Royale. But I don't know. Maybe people are like scared to like go up against Fortnite and Apex because they're like solidified at this point.
Yeah, but it's so much money to grab there. I think it's kind of like, yes, you're gonna make a lot of money off just Halo alone, but I think providing because they Apex took a big risk with arenas. People don't like it, to be honest, and that's fine. But they took the risk. They put that in the game because they knew there was a want for something of that nature, and there was a need not being met. So they did it, and I feel like I just need other people to do that because there is no way for us to know what we like until somebody tries it. And I feel like we're getting a lot of big maps, big servers, and more players, but we're not doing much to the fundamentals, and it's causing me to be like, yeah, I'm gonna try it and I play it for a little bit, but I'm not gonna invest my time in it because it ain't nothing new. So that's where I kind of fall into that. Yeah, we want to look for certain things. Like, I'm not going to play Overwatch 2. I can try it, but I'm not going to get into it like I would normally get into anything else because simply I know what it is already. It's not changing much. They're refining. They're not changing. Overwatch was a big change when it first came out. They're not doing that again. That was a big change enough. I mean, that's fine. They already solidified. I don't care no more. I already know people that's going to enjoy it. People that's not going to, it's not. But Halo been around for so long. I just think it's time to have, a different situation versus what's norm. And I don't want to keep ragging on Halo because I really enjoyed it and I thought it was fun. I just think
They need to innovate.
I really want them to win, and for them to win, because I just need them to. I need them to win the shooter. It feels right for Halo to win, and it just doesn't seem that way. It's just not gonna seem that way. It seems like it's not gonna be the winner per se. And I mean that's fine. I think it's gonna be a great game though. That's what I'll say.
And that's, I mean, just I guess my last point on it is just I've been playing Halo for a long time. And I would like to see Halo do something different, but at the same time, I don't want them to compromise Halo. So that's the dilemma I'm facing because I'm not a dev. I can't make the games. I can't tell them what I need to see in Halo and stuff like that, while still being Halo, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
we
it's
know
hard.
Halo to be floaty. We know it to be exchanging grenades, these power weapons you get, the Warthogs, the Ghosts, the Banshees, all that type of stuff, but I don't know what would make that game, still be Halo.
I think Bungie was smart. They was like, we need to create something totally new. They were smart about it. I think the next thing that Bungie do, it ain't gonna be part of Destiny. They're not gonna try to change Destiny. They're gonna just create something new. And that new thing that I'm waiting from Bungie to do, it's probably gonna be something I'm really gonna enjoy. Because I already know that they have the ability to do it, and they have the gameplay in the field to pull it off. I had no idea I never played Halo. I never played it because never got into it. I played it a little bit and I was like, nah, I'm straight. But Destiny was what is that? How long has it been now? It's been like
September 9th, 2014, I think.
Sheesh. That's a long time to be playing a game. And that's what I'm just looking for, I guess. I don't want to be as grindy or as repetitive and in a lot of ways because there was plenty of ways where it was like different, but there was a lot of things that were the same. So I'm just looking for that innovation again, I guess. And I'm sick of looking at the same people to do it. Sick of looking at Respawn to do it. I'm sick of looking at Bungie to do it. I'd rather see somebody else do it. Like, these other companies, they have the money, and I think Battlefield gonna be a disappointment. I'm scared to say it out loud, but I think it's gonna be disappointing.
I'd be the first to say it out loud.
I know you would. You don't really care. Try not new, anyways. But it's
I'll try something new. It just needs to be worth my time. That's the issue that I face. And with first person shooter games, I literally stated this before. Back in the Xbox 360 era, it was all type of FPS games coming out, and it started making me realize that a lot of games don't know how to innovate, like you saying. And I'm willing to try it. It just needs to be innovative correctly. And the issue is when you innovate, it might not come off good.
You take a
yeah,
risk.
you're taking a risk. So it's like I feel bad because I want these companies to innovate, but the ones that do innovate, I look at them and be like, yeah, you ain't hit the mark, bro. Like I can't waste my time because my time is limited. I can't be doing that to play a game that don't look appealing. Because I know y'all remember all them FPS games coming out. They had Homefront, they had Crisis, they had
Black
Bulletstorm,
I
Black,
think,
Black
they
Light
had a
Tango
lot
Down.
of. They had like the Ghost Recons. They had,
And I was
bunch.
trying all them games, bro. I was trying them all.
Me too.
I'm like, this is not Modern Warfare 2, bro. Like, this is not Modern Warfare 2. I'm like, I can't play it, man. Try another game. And it's not Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 just better. Why would I play this?
I think my brain is starting to become more decisive too quickly. I don't like it. I feel like I'm not trying stuff anymore. And that's
You sound like me.
I mean, it's a part of playing games and like making decisions but it's like you're programming me to make these decisions versus me wanting to make said decisions. It's programming because you keep making bad games and you keep making games that don't seem creative. And as you continue to do that, we gonna get down this hole where nobody's innovating. Like the reason I stepped out and bought Deathloop because it was innovative. I was like, I don't even like arcane games. I don't like Dishonored. I don't like any of their games. But I was like, Deathloop seems weird enough to make sense for somebody to try, and it's still a good game. I've almost beaten it now, and I'm glad I actually picked it up. But I had to force myself to play it because I was just like, why am I not giving this no time of day? It's a good game. Why do I not care to play it? And I feel like I'm just losing the concept of actually trying stuff. And I think it got a lot to do with first what we look for and
Real life.
life in general, like where you are in life. Because you can make time for anything you want to make time for. I don't care what nobody say. You can make time for whatever you want to make time for. I think it's kind of a combination of life. It's a combination of what we look for in the games now, what we play and we decide to play, and as well as what they are putting out. And it really, really sucks when you want something to really work and it doesn't, because then a trend will occur where people will start to not innovate, but to continue to refine and refine and refine, which is fine because, refined games end up turning out to be great. It just takes a long time. And I feel like it's just a slower process. I don't like single player games all that much anymore. I feel like I watch enough movies to know what every plot line gonna be. It has to be something really, really special. Like I'm not gonna play something anymore. And that's what kind of like, there's no reason why I shouldn't have beat Psychonauts 2 right now. It's just that I just haven't played it because I already know whatever that storyline is. I've probably seen it before. The gameplay isn't that. And I keep analyzing games, and then it becomes to a point where you're not even enjoying them anymore. It's kind of like just analyzing them to analyze them and looking at them from a different perspective than I usually would when I just play a game. Just play the game to play the game. But I think it has a lot to do with timing, and I think just not providing enough unique experiences. And it's a interesting situation, I guess.
I feel like what you experience. Oh, my bad. I ain't gonna cut you off.
No, you good. I was talking too much anyway.
Nah, my bad. But I was just gonna say, I feel like what you experiencing is always. I never forget when you was like, yeah, bro, you don't be seeming interested in games. Some. I feel like eventually you're just gonna stop playing games. And I feel like what you experiencing is what I had experienced around that time when I started buying my own games. You know, different people are doing different things. You start finding where you want to allocate your time to. You start changing. You start figuring out what's important to you and stuff like that. And you just be like, why am I going to pay $60 for a game? And I'm not super interested in it. And this game is mediocre at best. They're trying to replicate Call of Duty and put a different spin on it when it ain't really a spin. Like y'all using something that might be dated or it just don't work right. Like, why would I do that? So it's just kind of like you start thinking about all that type of stuff, and you just like, I'm really not that interested.
I know, but that's not that's like when you it's scary hours when you get it for free and you still don't want to play it. That's what I don't like. I'd be like, I got plenty of games on Game Pass. Yeah, but it's also about not wanting to even try said games because you know you can have a fun experience if you play it, but you don't want to get to the point of playing is what I'm saying. It's like I mean, yeah, what you're saying is true. Your time. You're like, I don't want to waste it. I don't want to.
So if I ask,
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. So if I ask you when you finna go dive into one of these games, what are certain things that you? And I don't even want this to come off as like a psychological type thing. Like, what are you thinking about when you thinking about playing these games? You be like, I'm sure you stare at the game, like I could start playing this game, and you be like, I don't know if I really want to, or I ain't trying to get invested because I feel like
it's not about the time frame wise for me. It's about will I enjoy something else? Will I enjoy getting a win in Apex more? And then I play Apex. Mm-hmm. So it's not that I'm allocating it to different things in life. I'm just allocating it to different games that I've been seeking out normally. Like if I'm playing Deathloop and like 30 minutes in, it ain't engaged me enough to feel like it's like it's timely or whatever. That's where I feel like Battle Royale is kind of making it harder for me to play games that take a slow burn. You know, where it's like that, like just like Instagram or Facebook or anything you do in life. It was a time where I was reading books. Then there was a time where I was watching movies. Then there was a time where I started to get, not watching movies. Now I'm watching Instagram 59-second videos. And now I'm watching 10-second TikToks. And then it's like, your attention span seems to falter as you get older. But I don't know if it's because of how we were, how technology is moving, or if it's really just my interests are aligning differently. Because I can play, like I didn't want to play Final Fantasy VII, even though I think it's a great game. And after I beat it, I was like, dang, that junk cold. I want to play the DLC, but I'd rather play Apex. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, why not just play the game that you know is a good experience already? What's the thought process behind what's making you make the decision of not playing it versus playing Apex? So yeah. It's not the whole concept of I'd rather go hang out with friends or I'd rather go do this. My interest in gaming hasn't changed. It's my ability to give something a chance that has.
Well, yeah, and that was part of the aspect I was getting into because like I noticed some of the games I play games for nostalgia, some of the games,
Mm-hmm.
and the games that I play, there's not a large threshold for me to get in. So I can go pop in Sonic Colors and run through a couple levels, or go hop in and play Crash Bandicoot, play through a couple levels. But when Ghost of Tsushima telling me to go follow the wind or do something, and watch cutscenes and stuff, I'm just kind of like, um, I could just go play some reaction stuff real quick on Kingdom Hearts 2 with these data battles and just keep it pushing and then go back to Instagram. You know what I mean? Just little things like that. Like the attention span is just kind of like, I guess with me at least, it's the time aspect of it, but it's also how much time do I need to allocate for me to get invested in the game? And then when I do get invested in the game, how deeply am I invested into the game? Like I remember having playing games where I'm like, man, I'm over here. I'm like, man, I'm really feeling like I'm a part of this world and stuff like that. Versus some games I'll be playing now, I just be like, I'd be like, I don't really care what happened, buddy. Like,
Buddy, not
I
I
used to,
Benson
think
die. Yeah.
it's
yeah,
part
because
the attention span, but it's also like I don't know how to phrase it, but like wanting to explore and try new games. Because like when we was kids, even somebody come over your house and like, oh look, I got this game, you should try it. Like you probably be excited to play it, and you'll try it out, and then that's what gets you interested in the games. But like if I bring, I don't know, Borderlands 4 to Jalen house, you can be like, what's this?
why you bring that
uh,
garbage up my house? What are you looking at
Even if
right
they
now?
completely changed it, it's everything that Jalen want. He ain't gonna give it a second of his time just because, like, I mean, I think it is part of growing up. Like, you have more serious things to worry about, so you don't want to use your time. Not that it's wasted, but spend your time exploring and trying new things. You want to go back to what's comfortable. Like I know I like Kingdom Hearts. I know I like Apex. I'm not about to spend time learning how to play Fortnite because I already know how to play Apex. And that's part of the issue. We have access to so many games now. Like it was like 4 games that came out on Game Pass this week, and I played them all. Probably played them all for like 30 minutes to an hour each, trying to give them a fair shake. And some of them, it was one of them that grabbed me, and the other ones I just deleted because like they're okay, but it
Yeah.
was not interesting from what I played of that hour. But if I was a kid and I was like, this is the only game I got to play for the summer, then yeah, I would have played the game every day during the summer.
So is access another factor, I guess, huh? Because that's what
I
I
think it
think.
is.
Because when Game Pass
Mhm.
came out, I was like, man, this is
Well,
a great offering. This is great. And then I started
it's not just
realizing,
access too, because
oh, go
like there
ahead.
used to be sales or Bastion come out and it's $10. You're like, oh, it's
Hmm.
only $10, so I'm gonna go ahead and try it. And like it's probably a good game, but it again, if it doesn't grab you right away, then you're not interested. I think it's just being able to freely choose what games you want to buy or play or how you want to spend your time. That's the only thing. It's like games have to compete with other things in your life now, whereas when you were younger, they didn't have to compete with anything.
Yeah, like I mentioned before, I know I told y'all 1,000 times. Like I remember literally when I was in 7th grade, I started getting a little bit of money and stuff like that because y'all know I was trapping and stuff. Not just flying, but nah, when I started, you get a little birthday money and stuff, knowing how to like just what I'm saying, just the value of money and stuff. I remember I was buying them
Yeah.
17.99 games at GameStop. Like, man, I got video games, bro. I got these DS games. I got Diddy Kong Racing on this mug, Yoshi's Island DS. You know what I'm saying? But then I started losing interest in some. I'm just looking like, man, I got these games, man. Why I don't want to play them? And I just really started really wonder. I'm like, I know I'm changing this stuff, but I mean, I want to play these games, but I feel like I got too much access to it because before they your parents put a game in front of you, but man, no, you ain't beat that other one. You start have like, man, mom, dad, I already beat that game, man. Yeah, I did everything on there. I ain't get it 100%, man, but it's close enough. You feel me? Like, I'm not playing that game no more. So now we at the point where we got all the access and all that type of stuff, or whatever you want to call it. Like, we can go buy our games. They don't mean as much no more. You don't have to beat it. And then you be like me playing the game and just falling asleep. Like,
I agree. I don't. Yeah, I think it's I'ma still have to put it on. I think I want to put more emphasis on, for me at least, in my from my perspective, it's just more on access, and then it's also um lack of interest in trying new. Because I will try something. I guess I can't say I don't try nothing because I play a lot of games, but I don't finish all my games. I will try it, but I won't finish. And I feel like, okay, now I'm getting to the point where do I really need to buy any of these games? Because if I'm not gonna finish them, why buy them? I have like plenty of games across my PC, across my Xbox, across my PlayStation and Nintendo that I have not beat yet, and I'm okay with that. But I know they that that I would want to at some point. I should have probably gave them more attention. I probably should have, instead of playing multiple more matches of Apex, I could have played something else or binging Squid Games or binging, whatever I'm watching. Because I literally sat there for 9 hours and binged Squid Games, and then I did Midnight Mass. So I know I have extra time on my hands at points where I can allocate it to other things. I just don't do it. And I don't know if that's because of the lack of interest or if it's more so the understanding that what I'm going to get out that game may not be as satisfying as me putting in 9 hours and watching this TV show that has a plot and middle ending, and I don't have to work through any task or any mundane task. But then I sat there and I played Death Stranding, and that's straight up mundane task 101, just taking boxes to another place. And I literally played the entirety of it because it was unique. And I just feel like I blame the developers in my opinion because I try everything. I just blame developers. They made me jaded, and they made me to a point where I don't want to try nothing that they put out. And if they put money behind it, it seems interesting, and then it just fails, and it doesn't pique my interest. So, I don't know. It seems very I gotta do some soul searching to figure out why I don't really want to play games no more. But it seemed like it's more about the big box office hits or whatever versus playing and trying things that people put. Like, I would have never tried Hades unless it really had a lot of attention or whatever. And in certain games that I just know, they could be great. I just ain't gonna never try them because it's not a time or place for me to go out and look for these games. Nor is it, I guess that extra access is clouding what I actually want to play because I have so much access to so many different games now. I wanted to play 12 minutes, and I ended up just watching somebody else play it because I didn't feel like going through it. It was still feel like a great game, but I didn't want to watch it. I didn't want to play it. So I don't know. And it's free, so that's where I find that like that balance or whatever. It's just kind of like it seems like I'm getting more jaded about actually giving my game time because I sat there and watched somebody play it, so I gave the game time, but I didn't want to do it myself. So it's weird. But yeah, that was an interesting talk. We talked about a few different topics, but it went through an entire time. Any last words or things of any last comments about what we talked about today?
And y'all too jaded. Y'all just need to start playing games. Stop thinking so hard about
it. I think
so.
Nah,
heck no, bro. Not when I time put on the line for me to hear some. Like, let's have some fun.
Jay, I think if we're being honest, I think we have plenty of time. I think we don't want to provide that time to these things.
Yeah, because I don't want to cut the game when I go to sleep. I want to go to Instagram or Facebook and see somebody talk about this. What's that
Something
dude name?
Ridiculous.
Zuckerberg not paying the Facebook bill. I'm like, bro, if you'd have paid the bill, we'd have been able to be on Facebook for 8 hours of our lives you took away where I couldn't get on Facebook, man. I was getting mad. I'm like, man, I need my Facebook comedy. I'm like, man, I ain't never sit all day without laughing in my life.
Yeah, man. I just it's interesting, but yeah, Mark Zuckerberg definitely didn't pay the bills the other day. That joke was hilarious. So I was so happy. I was jumping for joy. I was like, finally! I said, shut it all down. I think that's the best bet, man. Don't you think, Jayla? Don't you think, Jayla? You think it's the best bet?
Bro. I'm like, bro, if you'd have just paid your bill, you'd have never got hit with that $7 billion late fee.
$7 billion, man, that's crazy. But yeah. All right, well, that's pretty much all that we have for this week. We ain't really have many topics. We were just talking, but
one more thing.
What you got?
October 18th, Sora, where you at? My friends is my power.
I don't even think I got that game no more. Nope, I sold it. Yep. Great. But all right, y'all. Well, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for listening. If you got to this part of the podcast, you're the real OG. I want to thank you. But we will talk to you guys in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. But thanks for listening. You can always catch us on all of your podcast listening streaming services, as well as my channel, BCD Universe, on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.